Mexia Sports Network would like to send a big thank you to our sponsors. Some may know and some may not know this business is funded by the owner and co-owner. However, we do offer sponsorships during sports seasons. When you sponsor a spot on the Mexia Sports Network, you get advertisement during live games. Also, your sponsorship assists in obtaining shirts for our announcers and equipment that is used to bring you better services. Thank you all to past and present for your support.
And welcome to the Mexia Sport Network's Coaches Show for Week 6 here in Mexia with covering the Mexia Black Cats. I'm Wallace Hyde, joined today by Coach Aaron Now. Coach, I guess we'll just dive on in. It's just me and you this week. So coming off last week, another tough one is you guys fell to the China Spring Cougars. We kind of see ourselves getting out of that little gauntlet of our portion of our schedule, and unfortunately, we didn't come out victorious last week, going against a very good China Spring team. Talk to us a little bit about how that game went in your eyes.
We didn't do ourselves any favors. We turned the ball over on the first play of the game. 2 plays later, they make a great call on the second play of the game, running the reverse. We were all keyed up on stopping 2, and it looked like 2 was doing the body to their right, and then here's a reverse. Boom, was a great call. Second possession was a 1 play. Boom, you blink your eyes, it's 14-0. I think they scored their first 28 points on 83 total yards of offense. Against a good team, whether it's China Spring or anybody, if you bury yourself deep in your own territory, you're playing your back against the goal line, on every possession, it's hard to play defense against anybody. But you play against one of the top programs in the state like China Spring, they're going to capitalize quick, and that's what happened Friday night. The first time we actually got to play defense without the goal line on our back, we got off the field. It's 2 weeks in a row that we haven't responded from the start. We got to be ready on Friday night at Fairfield, on Jump Street, and that responsibility falls right here.
One of the things we noticed, with the game being the way it was, we were able to see some of the younger players get in and contribute a little bit more there in the second half. And One thing I will say that we discussed during the broadcast was that, no matter what the score was, the guys kept playing hard and they kept playing, and you saw those younger ones getting out there and they were playing hard as well. And seems like we started clicking a little more later in the game, but like you say, they didn't get going as soon as you would have liked. Um, what do you say to the guys as you're going through the game? You see things are kind of, you know, we all watched the game like you just said. It kind of got to 28-0 pretty quick. And what do you say to the guys in that instance?
Same thing we've been saying since we showed up. Play the next play. You can't go back and change the previous one. You got to play the next play. And doing that, you got to do what the play asks you to do. You can't try to do too much. There's no 28-point, 21-point play in football. Most you're going to get out of any one play is 6 points.
Right.
So, play the next play, do what the game asks of you, and do it the right way. And regardless of the score, whether we're up, we're down, I don't care. Play the game the right way. There's a right way to play the game, and that's what we're going to do. And, we've been in some ugly losses, to be honest. I mean, the last 2 weeks have not been fun. But, hey, the kids are playing hard. That's what the game asks us to do. And these young men understand that. And, to their credit, I tell them, the last 3 weeks have told the same thing. Hey, this game only affects us if we let it. You got to flush it. And they've showed up Monday ready to work. And, it's no different this Monday getting ready for Fairfield. And, my hat's off to them in that aspect of there's no, oh man, this for us, this, that. But if you want to be the man, you got to beat the man, and you don't beat the man if they're not on the schedule. So, we're going to play the top tier teams in the state early, and because I think it's important. You can't just, go, hey, oh man, I wish we could play these guys in the playoffs. What's wrong with week 2?
Right.
What's wrong with week 1? Like, to me, there's no difference. The only difference is in the playoffs, only one team's going home happy. You know what I mean? And ultimately, only one team in each classification goes home happy the weekend before Christmas. So, it's a tough schedule. It's going to sound kind of weird, but I enjoy it because you're going to go see the best. Like, don't go pump yourself up because you beat Mary School of the Blind 57-0.
Yeah.
You want to be a dude, go play a dude.
Now, I know you've been a part of many rivalries, in your coaching tenure, and this is your first Mahia-Fairfield battle, and I know everyone's familiar with the Battle of the River, the Mahia-Grosbeck rivalry, but if you're Freddie's peeking his head over there because he heard Grosbeck called, but if you're a former Black Hat, then you'll probably hear most of us tell you that that game against Fairfield every year on the schedule was just as big because they're the bigger school over in Freestone County. We were the bigger school over here in Limestone County, right down the road, 20 miles on 84, and they hold a lot of pride in their team as well as us, and it was going to be one that everybody wants to see. And not being able to play it last year, due to COVID and things like that, there's a year off, and with them dropping in classification, they're no longer in our district. And I know some of these guys, they've played them as they were younger, but haven't played them in a couple of years. What are you kind of looking forward to in that matchup?
This high school football in general, Friday nights is magical. Like, it really is. At some point on Friday night, if you don't stop and just take a second and kind of take it in and just enjoy that moment. But then you put a rivalry that's got the history of Mahia and Fairfield, and that just kind of a little more magic dust gets sprinkled in, right? So, obviously this is my first go around. Just kind of talking to the kids. I know one of our linebackers has a couple cousins that play for Fairfield, and that kind of stuff. And another kid told me today, hey, my cousin plays for Fairfield. So, being in close proximity makes it pretty, be a fun time. It's gonna be a good atmosphere. I can't wait to get over there Friday night and tee it up.
Good deal. We've kind of we're talking about the matchup this week at Fairfield. What are you kind of looking to expect from them coming into the game?
Formationally, they don't throw a whole lot of formations at you, but they have given everybody something new each week. So it's kind of like, okay, well, what's going to be the formation du jour for us, right? So, just repping the looks that they've shown on film. They don't do a lot, but what they do really well. And there's a lot to be said for that. They've got big linemen up front. They've got a couple of backs that can get home runs on you in a hurry. So we got to fit, be physical. It's going to boil down to who's the most physical football team. I mean, that's kind of coach cliche right there, but we have to be willing to get our nose bloody, kind of set our feet in the ground, and taste our own blood and smile back and bloody their nose and keep going. But to me, it's going to come down to who plays better up front on both sides of the ball.
Well, Coach, we want to thank you for coming in and sitting with us this week. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we'll be back with our player segment for this week's show.
Blackheads.
You're listening to Black Cat Football and Greer Time Media. Let's take it to the booth with your host, Freddie Greer Sr.
All right, and we're back with our week 5 or week 6 Black Hat player segment of our show. I'm joined today by Mr. TJ Bryant and Mr. DeKedrick Brooks, both of whom play wide receiver and defensive back for the Black Hats. DeKedrick, you play a little bit of linebacker and end as well, so
Yes,
I
sir.
believe. So, guys, we talked about it with Coach Niles a little earlier. about you guys are just coming out of a really tough stretch in your schedule. Right now, sitting at 1-4 on the season. We had China Spring last week. Scoreboard wasn't favorable for us. It wasn't what we wanted it to be. But what did you guys take from that game?
I feel like we would have played, faster. We could have did better than what we did.
Yeah, we gotta play faster.
Yeah, full speed every snap, 100%. We would have played a little better.
So as far as offensively, the Kedrick, what do you see from a game like China Spring, the previous games you guys have played? What is some of the things offensively that you feel like you really keyed in on and getting yourself better and getting yourself prepared to go forth in the season on?
Really focused on blocking, mainly blocking. Really just blocking. Focused on blocking really a lot.
Yeah, we've seen you be a big play receiver, through some of the games and things, and I like to hear that you say that you're working on blocking because, when you block, that shows the selflessness in your game because you know that you're trying to help someone, help a teammate out and helping your team as a whole in another area when you're not getting the ball.
Yes,
TJ, we've gotten to see you make plays, not just on offense, but also in the return game, kicking game, and on defense. And tell us some of the things that you've been keying in on as we go forth in the season.
Yes, sir. On the return, lately I've been trying to run behind my blockers, try not to run by myself, follow my blocks so I can get more yards and stuff. And defense, be physical, wrap up. Offense, hurry up and get lined up, get ready.
Really a lot of little things.
Yeah, just big from there.
Mental stuff.
So we're halfway through the regular season so far. How do you guys see yourselves and your team progressing as we have Fairfield this week, and then after that we'll be preparing for our district play. How do you see you guys progressing from the beginning of the season, to week 1 up until now at the mid-season point?
I feel like these games that we've been playing these last couple weeks really got us ready for a district.
We had a good practice week, so we get things together slowly.
Well, we do have Fairfield this coming week. I've had the privilege of being around you two for the majority of y'all's lives and sports careers, so I know you know the competitiveness and the rivalry between Mexia and Fairfield. In many sports at many different age levels, and how much are you looking forward to getting into this game? Because you guys didn't get to play them last year, and they're no longer one of your district opponents. So you don't see them as much throughout the year. So what are y'all really looking forward to?
We for sure gonna try to smash the gas. We trying to put up 70. We trying to put up 70.
Yeah.
We for sure gonna try to smash the gas.
So we talked about it with Coach Now. Mexia versus Fairfield. It's not the marquee Mexia rivalry because we know that the Battle of the River is the big rivalry here in Mexia, but it's a big rivalry for the Black Hats and the Eagles, with us being county neighbors and then just right down the road from each other. The same highway runs through both of our towns, and we have been district mates, it seems like forever, up until the last realignment when they dropped down to 3A. So we've played each other over and over, and it'll be good to see you guys get out there on Friday night and be able to take on the Eagles. And we're going to wish you the best. want you guys to go out there, play hard, play fast, smash the gas.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
come back with a victory.
Yes, sir. That's the
And
goal.
like we always say to end our segments, go Black Cats. We want to say, again, good luck to you guys and to your teammates. That'll wrap up our player segment for this week. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with our prediction show.
Milestones and moments that become memories to last a lifetime. Brandy Garza at Photo Trappings Downtown Mexia is here to capture all of your milestones and moments, offering newborn, children, seniors, family, and special occasion photography. Visit Photo Trappings on Facebook for all the latest specials and mini sessions. Photo Trappings, 115 East Commerce, Downtown Mexia. Call or text 254-562-PICS. Simpson Fireworks supports Mexia Black Cat football and athletics. We have items for all occasions, including gender reveals, weddings, 4th of July, and New Year's. For more information and to stay up to date, please visit our Simpson Fireworks Facebook page. Go Cats!
Mexia Sports Network would like to send a big thank you to our sponsors. Some may know and some may not know this business is funded by the owner and co-owner. However, we do offer sponsorships during sports seasons. When you sponsor a spot on the Mexia Sports Network, you get advertisement during live games. Also, your sponsorship assists in obtaining shirts for our announcers and equipment that is used to bring you better services. Thank you all to past and present for your support.
Milestones and moments that become memories to last a lifetime. Brandy Garza at Photo Trappings Downtown Mexia is here to capture all of your milestones and moments, offering newborn, children, seniors, family, and special occasion photography. Visit Photo Trappings on Facebook for all the latest specials and mini sessions. Photo Trappings, 115 East Commerce, Downtown Mexia. Call or text 254-562-PICS.
game is sponsored by Mexia Sports Network, Greer and Greer Mobile Detail, Woodman Life, Subway, Joe Fridays, Elizabeth C. Ferrari Realtor, and Big Drip Fashion Hall.
All right, and we're back here. Our week 6 coaches show. We've already completed the coaches segment, the player segment. Now we're up to our predictions. It'll be me, Wallace High, joined by Denora Sandals and Vance Rose this week. James is out traveling and seeing the world, so he not here with us this week. So it'll just be us three. Vance got us our pick sheets. Our first game on the sheet is Frost versus Heiko.
I'm gonna go with Frost.
I'm going Frost.
I'm going Frost also. I don't know how well they've been playing this year, and I don't know how well Heiko is, but Frost is a little bit closer to us. So I'm going with Frost. I'll move on down. As one of our district mates, the Van Vandals will be going over to take on the Liberty Alu Leopards.
I'm gonna take Van.
I'm taking Van.
I'm going Van also in this one. Staying over in the East Texas area, Carthage will be taking on Pleasant Grove.
I'm gonna take Cartridge.
I got Carthage.
Yeah, this is usually a clash of the Titans, but Pleasant Grove they're young and down a little this year as they graduated quite a bit of talent last year, and I mean Carthage is going Carthage no matter what. So.
That's kind of like Cartridge and Martin.
Yeah, they just reload.
So I'm going with Carthage as well. Coming back over in our district, Bullard will be taking on Van Alstyne.
I'm gonna go with Bullard. No, Van Alstyne. What am I saying? Van Alstyne. God.
I'm going Van Alstyne.
I'm going Van Alstyne also. I'm hoping our district mate can pull it off because, like I said last week, I like to see our district come into district play as successful as possible. But I know Bullard struggled a little bit, and I looked at some scores, and Van Alstyne looks like they put the ball in the end zone quite a lot. So, so I'm going to go with them. Staying in our district, the Canton Eagles will be taking on the Hillsboro Eagles.
I'm going to take Canton.
I got Canton.
I took Canton as well. Again, in our district, the Brownsboro Bears will be taking on a non-UIL opponent, but I think Vance looked it up and told us that they're playing Brooks Hill.
Bullard Brooks Hill. I think
Bullard
it's a private
Brooks
school.
Hill.
I think
Yeah,
it's a private
I think it's a private school here over in the Bullard Tyler area. Who you got in this one, Vance?
I'm going to take Brownsboro.
I'm taking the private school.
We laugh, but I'm taking the private school also.
Well, y'all
I'm
just
gonna
be
with
that
Brooks
way.
Hill.
Just be that way.
I don't know much about Brooks Hill, but I know Brownsboro struggled a little bit this season. So, yeah, you may get a game up on us, Vance, if you get that one right. Moving over, Glen Rose is taking on Mineral Wells.
I'm going to take Glen Rose.
I got Glen Rose.
I took Glen Rose as well. Ferris has Bridgeport this week.
I'm going to take Bridgeport.
I got Bridgeport.
And I'm going Bridgeport as well. Godly versus Aubrey.
I'm going to take Aubrey.
I got Godly.
Oh, man. This one was tough for me. I'm going Godly as well. I don't know much about Aubrey's football program, but I know Godly's had pretty good seasons the last couple of years.
Aubrey used to have some good seasons, too.
They did. Oh.
When Moore was there.
Next up, we have Venus taking on Crum.
I'm gonna take Crum.
I got Crum.
I'm taking Crum as well in this one. Moving to our 1A/6-man matchups, our neighbors over in Coolidge have Calvert this week.
I'm gonna go with Calvert.
I'm going Calvert.
I took Calvert as well. They are pretty much they're a pretty consistent powerhouse in the 6-man ranks. Aquila is taking on Three-Way School.
I'm gonna take Aquila.
I got Aquila.
I took Aquila also, but where is Three-Way School?
I ain't never heard
I
of
give
them.
up where?
I have no idea. When I saw that, I was like, oh, man, I have never heard of that. Next up, Abbott is taking on Blum.
I'm gonna take Abbott.
I got Blum.
Oh, I'm going Abbott in this one.
Abbott's kind of like March, you know.
Yeah, you know, they're pretty solid every year. Penelope's taking on, is that Conviction?
Covington's.
I'm sorry, Covington.
Can't read my own writing.
Dang, is Covington 6-man?
Yeah.
I thought they were a little bit bigger than that, but I could be wrong. Penelope versus Covington, who do you have?
See, Covington's in the district with Coolidge, aren't they? I'm not
maybe
sure.
so.
I'm
Maybe
not
so.
sure about that. Okay, what are we? I'm taking Penelope.
I got Penelope.
I have Penelope as well. And next up, we have Golson taking on Avalon.
I'm gonna take Avalon.
I got Avalon.
I'm taking Avalon this week. I took Golson last week versus Blanket, and they got blanketed like 70-something to 0. So I'm going Avalon in this one. I'm sorry. So the matchup that we all been waiting on, and Freddie does not get to get guest pick this week because his goats are on a bye week, and so are several of the other teams around in this area. But the Mahette Black Cats are taking on the Fairfield Eagles. Who you got?
I'm gonna take my hair Black Cats.
I got the Black Cats.
I'm going with the strong Mahette Black Cats in this one because I think Denores can witness to it. I'm not gonna pick the Eagles to beat the Black Cats.
Never.
We'll keep rolling on through to our college portion of our predictions, and we'll start off with our top 10 as Alabama. Number 1 Alabama has Ole Miss.
I'm gonna take Alabama.
I got Alabama.
I'm taking Alabama in this one as well. Number 2 Georgia takes on number 8 Arkansas.
I'm going with Georgia.
I'm going with Arkansas.
Dino, you wasn't going to be the only one to pick the upset in this one. Because I really want to pick the upset. I just don't know the status of the quarterback and the receiver that got injured in last week's game for Arkansas. Now, if they are fully healthy, I'm picking the upset. But if they're not going to play, then I got to go with the Bulldogs. So I circled the Bulldogs because I don't know their status.
Yeah.
But if they all go this week, then Saturday I'll be pulling for the Razorbacks to upset the Bulldogs. Next is number 3 Oregon versus Stanford.
I'm gonna take Oregon.
I'm taking Oregon.
I took Oregon, but every year this seems like a trap game for the Ducks. Seems like they go in highly ranked and then they run into Stanford and they can't ever beat them when they're ranked near the top of the standings. So I'm going with the Ducks. I hope they can pull it off. Number 4 Penn State versus Indiana.
I'm gonna go with Penn State.
I'm going Penn State.
I'm going Penn State as well. Number 5 Iowa versus Maryland.
I'm gonna take Iowa.
I got Iowa.
So do I. Number 6 Oklahoma versus Kansas State.
I'm gonna take Oklahoma.
I guess I pick the Sooners.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Sooners in this one as well. Freddie.
I got Oklahoma, 60 to 14.
He was ready. You know, he didn't get to pick his goats this week, so he was ready.
Yeah, he was ready to pick.
You know, he's still sticking with that 60 though, and he's gonna give Kansas State 14 this week. And this is the defense got a touchdown better, huh?
Yeah,
Because
just a little bit.
You gave the other team 21 last week.
Just a little bit.
Okay. Next up, we have a matchup between number 7 Cincinnati and number 9 Notre Dame.
I'm going Notre Dame.
I'm going Notre Dame.
I'm going Notre Dame as well. I don't think that's much of an upset. I think Cincinnati's a real good team, but I think Notre Dame may pull it out. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if Cincinnati does win this one, though. And then we'll move down to number 10 Florida taking on Kentucky.
Upset. Kentucky.
Oh, he pulled one out there.
Man, yeah.
I got Florida.
I'm gonna go Florida as well. Oh, Vance must be feeling something we don't know about right now.
He got insight.
That Stoops up there, he's winning games.
Yeah, Kentucky. Yeah, Kentucky's playing good football.
And they are playing at home.
Yeah, true. So I wouldn't be surprised if they pull it off, but I'm going to go with the Gators in this one. Now as we move back to our teams here in Texas, we'll start with the Baylor Bears taking on the Oklahoma State Cowboys.
Well, I hate to go against Baylor, but I'm going with Oklahoma State.
I'm going Oklahoma State.
You know what? And I'm completely fine with picking my Bears again by myself because last week all y'all picked against my Bears and y'all went Iowa State.
Yeah.
And my Bears came out on top.
Sure did.
And I'm going to keep picking my Bears and I will hopefully gain another game on y'all. Then we have the Texas Longhorns versus TCU Horned Frogs.
I think it's going to be a close game, but I think I'm going for Texas. Hook 'em horns. Hook 'em horns.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good game, but I got the Longhorns winning this one. Next up, Texas Tech takes on West Virginia.
I'm going to take Texas Tech.
I got them Red Raiders.
Whew, I'm going to go West Virginia in this one.
Okay.
I think they're in Morgantown. Morgantown's a hard place to go
Yes,
into
it
and
is.
win. We'll see how they do this week. Then we have Texas A&M taking on Mississippi State.
I'm going to go A&M.
I'm going to go A&M, but the way they played last week. Yeah, I'm going to go A&M.
I'm going A&M also. I'm hoping they get the quarterback stuff figured out because it wasn't pretty last
At
week.
all.
So I'm hoping they can get that straightened. Next up, we have Houston versus Tulsa.
And I'm going to go with Houston.
I'm going Houston.
I'm going Houston also. And then we have SMU coming off a big win over TCU versus South Florida.
I'm going to go with SMU.
I got to pick SMU because I'll be at that game on Saturday.
I'm going with the SMU Mustangs as well. We're going to keep rolling on through as we get over here into our NFL portion of our picks this week. We have Jacksonville Jaguars versus Cincinnati Bengals.
And I'm going with Cincinnati.
I got Cincinnati.
I'm going Cincinnati as well. Jacksonville, they have some things to get together, and I think the Bengals will take them down this week. We have the Washington football team versus the Atlanta Falcons.
I'm going to go with Washington.
I'm going Atlanta.
I didn't know which one to go
Hey, it
on
was a
this one.
toss-up.
Yeah.
I threw the pin up and it landed on Atlanta.
I'm going with Washington because I need their record to be better so that our wins against them in the NFC East look better. You know, so they're more quality wins.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going with the football team in this one. Next up, the Houston Texans versus the Buffalo Bills.
And I'm going to take Buffalo.
I got Buffalo.
I'm going Buffalo as well. Detroit Lions versus the Chicago Bears.
I'm going to go with Chicago.
I'm going Detroit.
This is another one of those toss-ups for me. I'm going Chicago if they can protect their quarterback.
Yeah.
You can't have your rookie quarterback getting sacked 9 times a game. Then we have the Indianapolis Colts versus Miami Dolphins.
I'm going to take the Indianapolis Colts.
I got the Dolphins.
I'm going with the Colts in this one. I think both of them having struggles.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this one pans out. Then the Cleveland Browns are taking on Minnesota Vikings.
I'm going to go with Cleveland.
I'm going with the Vikings.
I'm going with the Browns. New York Giants versus the New Orleans Saints.
New Orleans Saints. I got to go with them.
I'm going with the Saints.
I'm going with the Saints as well. The Tennessee Titans versus New York Jets.
I'm going to take Tennessee.
I got Tennessee.
Yeah, I'm going with Tennessee. The Jets.
Y'all.
Yeah. The Kansas City Chiefs versus the Philadelphia Eagles.
Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Yeah, both of them coming off some tough losses.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Chiefs in this one. The Arizona Cardinals versus the Los Angeles Rams.
I'm going to go with Arizona.
I'm going Arizona.
I'm going with the Rams in this one.
Good one.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good one.
It's going to be close. It's going to be close.
That Rams defense versus the Cardinals offense. And then the Rams, they look good.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Especially with Matt Stafford back there at quarterback for them.
Different quarterback made a lot of difference.
Then we have the Seattle Seahawks versus the San Francisco 49ers.
I'm going to go with San Francisco.
I'm going with Seattle.
I'm going Seattle as well in this one. The Baltimore Ravens versus Denver Broncos.
I'm taking the Baltimore Ravens.
I'm taking the Broncos.
I'm going with the Ravens. They're in Mile High though, so you never know what.
Yeah. The air might affect somebody.
Right? And well, that might be in the Ravens' favor. Justin Tucker kicked a 66-yarder last week, and they say that ball travels better up in Mile High, so he may be able to kick it in from 70. Next, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers versus Green Bay Packers.
I'm going Green Bay.
I'm going Green Bay.
I'm going Green Bay as well. I think they started trying to figure it out, and they're on a roll right now. And then we have a big game as Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tom Brady travel back to Foxborough to take on the New England Patriots.
I'm going to take Tampa Bay.
I'm taking Tampa Bay.
I'm taking Tampa Bay as well in this one.
Yeah, I'm going over Tom Brady got chip on his shoulder. No.
And it's more experience.
Yeah, way more experience than Jones.
So, Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Los Angeles Chargers.
I'm going to go with the Chargers.
I'm going with the Raiders.
I circled the Chargers in this one. They impressed me last week, so I'm going to go with them. But, the Raiders are playing good football as well. And as we always wait for our last game of the week, although it's not the actual last game of the week because it was not the Monday night game this week, but the Dallas Cowboys will be taking on the Carolina Panthers.
I'm going to take the Dallas Cowboys.
Taking the Super Bowl team, Dallas Cowboys.
Dino is speaking it into existence. Yeah, man. I think if the Cowboys come out and play the way they played last week, they're going to do some great things. I'm going with the Cowboys as well in this one.
Carolina's undefeated, aren't they?
Yeah, both teams are undefeated. They're both 3-0. Matt Rule has them playing really good football out in Carolina, but they lost Christian McCaffrey to an injury.
Yeah, he got hurt.
So is he out for the season?
No, I think they said a hamstring injury. He's out for several weeks, though, I think. So, that'll affect their offense for sure.
A whole lot.
So, but I think it'll be a good game. I hope the Cowboy defense shows up like it did last week, and the offense does too.
Yeah, especially that offense.
We put up some good numbers. That brings us to the end of our prediction show for this week, which also concludes our weekly show here from Joe Friday's Diner. We want to thank the people at Joe Friday's for always being so hospitable to us. I want to thank Vance and Dino for joining us this week. As always, we say go Black Cats.
Go Black Cats.
Go Black Cats.
And we'll catch y'all on Friday night. 7:30 p.m. we'll kick off over in Fairfield at Eagle Field, the Mexia Black Cats versus Fairfield Eagles. We will start our broadcast shortly before kickoff. We'll be bringing you the live stream as well as the audio commentary from that ball game. So share, let somebody know. You can go on Facebook, search my Mexia Sports Network, also Greer Time Media. You can go on YouTube, search Mexia Sports Network on YouTube as part of SHN Sports. You'll be able to find the link and the live cast from either of those places. Again, let someone know if you're not going to be able to make that trip over to Fairfield. They're able to tune in and catch the game in those manners. So once again, go Black Cats. Everyone have a nice and safe week.